They are eating, they are actually using banana leaves. It's not because they don't have plates or something, but especially on the parties, they prefer using banana leaves because it is actually considered like traditional and luxury actually for them. It's not that they cannot afford it or they don't have it. For them, that still and banana leaves is the luxurious experience. So I remember a friend actually in Dubai, back in Dubai, that used to think that there is no such difference if we use hands, our bare hands eating, and using other cutlery. There is cutlers. I just hope I pronounce it correctly. He believes that God provides us with hands to use for eating and other things to do. Next picture, please. So here, let me show you the difference actually on dining manners. But for them, for Indians, they do licking their fingers after eating actually, because then it is their way of showing that they like the food. So that means there is no waste or no anything left on them, to show the value of the food and to show the person who prepared and cooked the food that they appreciate what they cook. Now, burping, I think in some Asian country, burping actually after food is accepted. Why is it? It's because we want to show also that this is our one way of showing that we like the food, that our stomach is stuffed and the food is tasty. So burping shows your appreciation. But then in the Indian culture, it's like a disrespect. And I think Norwegian also have, I'm not, correct me Ellen if that's if I'm wrong, but I think I heard that Norwegian also doesn't like burping because it's they believe that farting is better than burping.
Yeah, I think both farting and burping is something people do in their home and with their closest families.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's considered really private.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, after the food, after the meal, for us in Filipinos, we don't just leave the table after the meal. We have to wait for everyone to finish, and then that's the time we just stand all together and clean the table. So yeah, I think that's how somehow that is also the same with Indian culture, but of course there is some excuse if you want to go or you have to work or you need to go somewhere, then of course they will allow you to leave the table. Now in Filipinos, this is very, very famous. After the meal, or if you are just visiting someone, even not a relatives, even just a friend, or even maybe the people whom you don't know, maybe you attended a wedding, a birthday party, everyone will be leaving with a food with them in a plastic or in a lunchbox. Now, this is actually one of the culture of the Filipino that is really funny, because you already had your, like, they already feed you, but still if you request them to bring something for your family back home, then they will not say no. They will let you take all the food, especially if there is still a lot of food remaining. The family will better to give that to you, to show that it is better to take and someone will benefit that food instead of throwing it away or wasting it away. So the last slides will be his transition. Of course, I just put this graph to show from beginning first down, which he cannot understand the other culture. He was undeniable, so undeniable of what other people were doing, and then the second dot shows like, okay, he didn't realize about the cultural differences, but then still he have this strong belief that still they are wrong and I am right. And then on the third dot shows, okay, why don't I try it? So this is in the middle where he start to adapt everything what is happening on his environment. So he tried it. Of course, on the first thing, it is very hard for them, hard for him to adapt that. Like, for him, it's very hard to use fork and spoon while eating because every food will be falling down. And then at the end, of course, he adapts and understand that it is actually, you need to respect other culture, and then you need to feel, of course, that you belong in a community, so you have to do what they are doing as well. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can come back here. Thank you very much. Any comments? Yeah.
I also remember my first experience trying the pretzels. Like, if I'm not mistaken, it was 2 years ago when my first experience with the pretzels, and I really didn't like it. I bought the one with something inside, not the plain one. So I just had like 1 or 2 bites and I didn't like it. And then actually it's because of thoughts, maybe. It really added like, oh, this is something weird, so maybe I will not like it. You already have this advanced thoughts of you. So I think it will affect also how the way, how your taste will become the result, and how your mind will say that, yeah, I'm right, this is really weird. And then after that, after studying here, just like last sa bahay, social distancing po muna tayo. At ito naman po ay para sa ikabubuti natin lahat, hindi lang siyempre ng ibang mamamayan, kundi para sa ating sarili, para sa mga mahal natin sa buhay, para sa pamilya natin. Kaya paalam!